Welcome once again to Humanists TV Africa. Today, I'm really smiling because I've seen what we call the pulpit bandits of Africa, the god men of Africa, who are #1 thieves and corny artists. We are going to be talking about today. My name is Kato Mukasa, of course. I'm a Ugandan lawyer interested in issues, human rights, humanism, progress, critical thinking, and things to do with humanity. We call it Ubuntu, where we come from in Africa. Of course, all of us are Africans, and we are proud to be part of Humanists TV Africa. And I want to encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Humanists TV Africa. And of course, our Facebook page has the same name, Humanists TV Africa. And of course, I want to encourage you to send us an email. Write to us. If you want to communicate with us, write to us. Our email is info@humanisttvafrica.com. And of course, our WhatsApp number is +254 747356767. Our communication officer, also our spokesperson, Van Kabeko, in Nairobi, Kenya, will be able to communicate with you. Of course, Dennis Bongole in Uganda will also be able to respond to all your queries. You may want to join us, you may want to be part of the panel, you may want to be a guest in one of our shows, you may want to be a freelancer, you may want to be a journalist, a researcher, a social worker, someone who can make a contribution to humanity through this TV network. Remember, Humanists TV Africa is a virtual station, TV station that is broadcasting throughout the world. We are not country specific. That's why it's going to be making business sense to advertise with us, because we are not specific to Africa, to countries. We are going to be global. We are in India, we are in the US, we're in Europe, we are in Africa, and we want to be having studios all over the world. So far, we have studios in Uganda, we have studios in Kenya, we have studios in Zambia, Zimbabwe, we have studios in Nigeria, Ghana, studios in Sierra Leone, and of course, we have studios in the UK and in the US. We want to continue to have more studios opening up. We want to make this one a global TV channel where you can come, learn with us, learn from you. We are here to empower each other. You empower us by watching us and giving us your views. We want you to empower us as we empower you. We want to educate people and they educate us. We want to educate, inform, inspire, empower, and learn and relearn. But also, we shall be giving you a dose of entertainment and life stories. This is Humanists Africa, where we are saying we want to reach out to humanity. Now, don't hesitate to write us, and please remember to subscribe. Now, this program is called The Gang. The program is called Kato and the Gang. I always have my gang with me to look at issues to do with politics, economics, religion in Africa, and of course, by extension, the entire world. Now, that is my Taroko man, Sir Nandip Bongfa, the man with a hoodie, the man who thinks that he has to protect the culture of the Tarok people, and he's also a humanist celebrant. And of course, on my left is the president of Ghana in waiting. Of course, don't arrest him. And Nana Akufo, the problem he has is that he shares the name with the president of the country, and he assumes he's the president in waiting. Maybe he's the de facto president in a way. The guy is there in goggles. That is Nana Akufo. You know Nana Akufo if you have been following us. And of course, we have Mambo Emmanuel from Sierra Leone, who is not making it today because of power cuts where he is right now. We have Brian Kabeko in Kenya, who once in a while features here. We also have Obasi in Nigeria. We have Dirimie in Uganda. These are members of the gang. Of course, we have Tauya Chinama in Zimbabwe. And the list of the gang always continues to get better and better. Today, we are going to be discussing something very controversial, but also very, very, very annoying to me, and that is the God men. We're looking at on the God men of Africa and the role of humans today. We see God men in Africa. Perhaps this is episode 1, because there's no way you can continue and say we're going to complete everything in one show. When you were introduced in the show, you have seen the God men of Africa. You have seen their faces. The God men of Africa. But of course, they're also God women of Africa. Now, when you say God men, these are men and women that actually pretend to be gods. Or in practice, they are gods. They pretend to be the owners of miracles. They pretend to be the owners of prayers. They pretend to be the guys who can pray for you and you get everything you want. I've seen it with my naked eyes, the government of Africa praying for people and lame people walking. And the government of Africa are doing these miracles on the TV. I've seen the government of Africa saying that they heal HIV. I've seen the government of Africa saying that they can give you wealth, that their God is so powerful, they can give you wealth, they can heal cancer, they can heal HIV, they can get you a baby. If you are barren, you don't have children, you are afraid to conceive, the government of Africa can say, simply come, I'm going to pray for you, put my hands on you, and trust me, you are going to get pregnant, you are going to get a baby boy, a baby girl. Courtesy of my God. The government of Africa have done so many things, crazy things. You know, we have seen them more often saying that they can get you a visa and you go wherever you want, saying that they can get you a job in any ministry, in any department. You can win a contract when you go to them. So the government of Africa have done so many bad things. because that is fraud. In law, once you get money through illegal means, through false pretense, that is part of fraud. Definition of fraud. Recently, we have seen the government of Africa, and one of them is the late T.B. Joshua of Nigeria. I was watching this man for many, many years, perhaps about 10 years, if I can remember. I was watching TV where T.B. Joshua was preaching. And this man, as you can see, thanks to Dennis, this man performed countless miracles. In fact, I remember watching TV where T.B. Joshua was making the lame walk. People would come with their sticks and they say they have broken bones, and that man you see on the screen would make them walk. I used to see this man healing wounds on TV. I would see this man having testimonies of people he made to have a new life. I hear even he was resurrecting the dead, was healing all the diseases. He had a TV station known as Emmanuel TV, if I remember very well. Those in Nigeria are going to remind me. The TV station, I think, was called Emmanuel TV. And this TV station had over 1 million followers, 1 million viewers, 1 million subscribers. Emmanuel TV had branches throughout the world. Now, when people ask us why Humanists TV, we want to give an alternative to the so many television stations of these lumpens in Africa, of these thieves in Africa, of these conmen in Africa. Because what they have done, which humanists haven't been doing, because they're going to be asking the role of humanists. Now I'm giving my part. What humanists have not been doing, we have been so reluctant to engage the media. We never had a radio. We never had a television. Humanists were simply there. There are people who simply go for conferences and they think they are going to change the world. They are going to change the thinking of the world. Now, Humanists TV Africa, through Humanist Media Africa, we want to change the narrative. We want to start our own radio stations. We want to own our own televisions, as this one right now you are watching us from, and we want to be part of the game changer, the media. Humanists must be part of the media. We have been watching from the sidelines as the government of Africa and the government of Africa have been taking over our airwaves. They own the TVs, they own the radios, they own the podcasts, they own the media. In other words, they are feeding our people on their own narration, miracles and challenge. Now, this guy here, I know Nandip is going to talk about him more because we're in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria. This man here, I've just read a report about 3 days ago where he is being accused of the following: incest, having sex with his own daughter. Number 2, rape, including raping some citizens from the UK, citizens of the United Kingdom, fell victims of this man. They traveled from the UK and went to Nigeria, and one of the women was raped by that man. And the BBC, as we speak, has been documenting a series of crimes committed by T.B. Joshua, including crimes committed on UK citizens. And I think that's why BBC picked interest, because their citizens were also affected. But meanwhile, this man there, T.B. Joshua, killed people, imprisoned people because he had his own way of imprisoning people, disappeared people for many years. And the government of Nigeria never stopped this conman. This conman had service, they call them Sunday services or prayer services, where you could have over 20,000 people in attendance, not 1,000, not 2,000, but 10,000 people in attendance of a service, of a sermon. The man had so much power. He had policemen, he had soldiers guarding him. In the meantime, he was raping women who went to his church. In the meantime, he was stealing people's money through fraud. In the meantime, he was stage managing miracles. I have watched documentaries from former pastors of this man who said the man was making us stage miracles, artificially made miracles. This man there, you see, TB Joshua, he died without being punished. Yet he raped people, yet he killed people, yet he disappeared people, yet he destroyed families, yet he destroyed marriages, yet he made people poor by taking their properties. And this man had churches all over the world. His ministry was international. He had one of the most strong TV stations in the world by that time. Emerald TV had millions of subscribers, millions of followers. This man alone committed crimes against humanity, but sadly, he died without being punished. Now, that's Nigeria. And Nigeria is known for having the cream de la cream of pastorpreneurs. Me, I call them pastorpreneurs. I just call them entrepreneurs. Me, I call these guys pastorpreneurs. One, they don't have any product they sell. The only thing they sell is called Jesus Christ. What they sell to you is an invisible. Invisible is something you cannot touch and live. Nana, something invisible is something unseen. These guys sell what we call hope. Me, I call them hope merchants. They sell one product called hope. And that product is branded as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Now, they give you hope that their version of Jesus Christ is waiting for you to take you in heaven. These are the thieves of Nigeria, false hope distributors. I love that. We call them the false hope distributors of Africa. The guys you see on that screen, Nandip and Nana and our viewers, are among the richest men in Africa, but also the richest pastors in the world. When you go and Google, try it now, those of you who are watching, Google and put there the 10 richest stroke wealthiest pastors in the world, not in Africa, in the world. They are going to give you 10 names. 5 of them are from Africa, and they're the top there, you see. 5 of the richest pastors in the world are in Africa, and not only in Africa, are in Nigeria. Google it. You are going to see Clifford Dollar, you are going to see others, but these are in Europe, these are in America. But among the first 10, 5 of them are from Nigeria. You can Google it and find out. These guys there are extremely rich. These guys there, Nigerians are going to confirm. I was Googling them. They have private jets. Private jets. Nandip, I've been traveling all over the world, but I use public aeroplanes. Of course, I'm very poor. But these guys travel not only first class, but they travel in private jets. But they live in a country called Nigeria, where 50% of the people in Nigeria, go and Google it, 50% of the people in Nigeria live below the poverty line, cannot earn £1 a day. Go and Google it. Nigeria has 200 plus million people. Half of that population cannot earn £1 a day. Go and research. But among the richest pastors in the world are Nigerian pastors based in Nigeria. And these pastors own private jets, which I have seen because I've researched before I came for this show. They have private jets. They don't travel like me. Me, I've never traveled first class in an aeroplane because I never have that money. I travel economy. That's the best I've ever traveled. Economy. But I reach where I'm going because whether in first class or economy, we all reach where we are going. But these pastors honestly travel in private jets. And yet we say Africa is poor. The question is, who gives these pastors money? It is the brothers of Nandip. It is the sisters of Nana. It is the children, my sisters, are the ones that make these men rich. I told you, I'm challenging anyone who's viewing us, wherever you are, simply Google the most richest pastors, the top 10 richest pastors in the world. Nigeria has among the first 10 richest pastors in the world. They are so rich. They have industries, they have factories, they have international schools where their sheeple, I call them sheeple. People who go to church, I call them sheeple. Their sheeple cannot afford school fees in the schools that were begun by men like Ayedepo. The people in Nigeria who go to his church cannot afford to take their children in his international school. Yet the money comes from the people of Nigeria. Go to Uganda. Uganda have thieves. I've sold some of them. They are welcome to sue me if they want. Uganda has thieves. They call them pastor premiums. They are good at miracles. They are full of scandals. One scandal after another. One scandal after another. Like this one here. He's a politician who calls himself a pastor. He's full of scandals. One scandal after another. That man you saw on the TV is called Bujingo. That man wants to build a church he has called the Pentagon. You imagine that. A church is calling the Pentagon. Read the word Pentagon. When I went to the US, I visited the Pentagon. When I went to America, I visited the Pentagon. Now this guy wants to call his church the Pentagon. Look at the politics which is behind the Pentagon. And then he wants to collect 20 million US dollars to build that Pentagon. And for the last 6 years, that man you see on the TV has been collecting money from hopeless, stupid Ugandans to build a Pentagon worth 72 billion Uganda shillings. When that man you see there has never built even a single school in Uganda, has never built even a single medical facility in Uganda. But people continue to give him money. He is raising 20 million US dollars, which is an equivalent of 72 billion Uganda shillings, to build a Pentagon, a church. Instead of building a hospital for his followers, instead of building a factory to give them jobs, instead of building an industry to empower his people, he's getting money from these hopeless people to build a church he's going to call the Pentagon. I told you, when I went to the USA, when I went to America, I went and I checked what a Pentagon looks like. and why it was called a Pentagon. Now, it's bringing politics into the church. That man there, you see, supports the ruling government in Uganda. And he goes ballistic. He goes on that television station and attacks the opposition and praises even killing of people. He has no shame. Now, politicians who are pastors are part of the problem in Africa. Now, this is my submission for today. God men of Africa. I've given my take. We have so many of them in Uganda. You have them in Nigeria. You have them in Ghana. I've said my part. I want to welcome you and speak your part. But I'm telling you, humanists, we have a big task handling the God men in Africa. Nana, let us start with you since you normally run away because of network.
Thank you, Comrade Kato, and I really love your submission. But listening to you, it is like as if you want to educate Africans about this. Kato, my senior comrade, Africans know all this about these pastors, but we are rather protecting them. That is the problem. That is the main problem. Instead of us to hold them accountable for their actions and inactions, we praise them because they are using the name of God. You showed the picture of this fair-colored Nigerian Pastor Chris. He was warning his church members not to say anything against any man of God. When this TV Joshua a scandal came around, he was telling the church members that none of them should speak against any man of God. Do you know why he is doing that? Because he knows from TB Joshua, it will definitely come onto him. Yeah, so he is preventing the shippos, as Comrade Kato calls them, from harboring reasons, because the same reasons that applies to TB Joshua can be also applied to this man. And there, on internet, on Facebook, you will see journalists, Ghanaian journalists, which most of the people, like people from the slums or the people of the street, revere these journalists. But these journalists are on radio, TV, defending TB Joshua. These big so-called journalists, in which the people can, both the opposition and both the opposition and the incumbent journalists, in which some of the people look up to, are all defending TB Joshua. Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Because at the end of the day, they don't want the African to think. And our radio stations, our TV station have been held hostages by these scammers. All these popular journalists, especially here in Ghana, all belongs to one church or the other, protecting these pastorpreneurs. So, as we said, we humanists have a duty, a task, and our offspring, our descendants will never forgive us if we keep quiet and watch these things go on. Because anytime I talk about this, I become angry. I become extremely angry. These were some of the comments. My good friends, I was in communication class with them. The one on the extreme right is James Kwanzaa. He is a daily guide, a senior editor in one of the reputable newspaper organizations here in Ghana. Here in Kumasi, he's also a pastor. He said, I have followed TB Joshua from 2013 till he passed on to glory. I have never seen any Christian minister who humbly served God and humanity like him in their generation. And this man who is writing this, I know him. He's a good, I won't say he's a bad man. He's a good guy. He's a good man. I haven't seen him misbehaving or but here is he defending TB Joshua, and he's a news editor at a reputable newspaper organization here in Ghana. The other one too is a radio presenter, Cecil Kwabena. The long and short of it is TB Joshua is human like yourself. Even some angels backslided when they came in contact with women. How can you say that someone who told people around him to beat his own daughter, people who someone who was raping underage girls every blessed day, he can rape 3 girls. Someone who killed humanity all over the world. Americans were in it, South Africans, Ghanaians, people from the United Kingdom were all part of it. He killed all of them. And you still defend this monster. This monster. Anytime I talk about these men of God, I become angry. And I want one of them to take me on. I want one of them to take me on. And that person will be finished. Either the person who will kill me or that person will be finished. Because it is up to us to do something. We can't be sitting there because it is like a wildfire. It will come nearer to you. If one of our children, our kids, our daughters is not wise enough and attends this, and the man says, get a gun, go and shoot your father and them, she will definitely come and shoot you because it is the Lord God who is ordering her to do that. And the Bible has even recorded these instances in the Bible. So the mandate is on us as humanists, not just, I have so many friends, they claim to be humanists. I'm a humanist, and you are a humanist, and you don't do anything. But when I even invite them to radio station, there are some stations which call me, and maybe sometimes I'll be busy, and oh, Charlie, make you go talk to the people. This radio, they say, oh, if I go, people will start hating me. People will start. So you are thinking about yourself. You are thinking about yourself. You are not a humanist. To me, you are not a human, because if you claim to be a humanist and you don't try to educate your own people to shy away from these scams, and it will definitely come back to you. It will definitely come back to haunt you. So it's the mandate fall on us to try as much as possible with our health, with our resources, everything in us, to stop these people, because they are human beings just like us, and we can take them on. If we want, we can take them on. Many of the pastors here in Ghana, all of them are defending TB Joshua. All of them. The senior journalists in this country, all of them are defending TB Joshua. All of them. The politicians, all of them are defending TB Joshua, because the evidence have been made there, but they know we Africans are fools. So with even the evidence in your face, they are still telling the people that no, people hate him, and no one hates him. So the guys in the church, they call them the disciples. If you watch the documentary clearly, they love TB Joshua. He scammed all of them, fucked all of them, and it's because some are white, and they think they cannot sleep while this man continues to enjoy it. They came out and organized the others to take TB Joshua on. If it wasn't the whites, I let some of the disciples did a documentary, I think 2 or 3 years ago. But the church managed to shut it down because they have the power, they have the money. They disgrace those guys, even the daughter. So, Kato, we have to do something. Even if we have to put on boxing gloves, or we have to also I don't want to talk because if we don't do something, the war will be brought will be in the sooner the better. Or the war will be fought in your own building, in your own house. Let me put it in that sense. So we
Thank
have to
you.
try as much as possible to take these people on. They can't just go scot-free just like that. This guy, TB Joshua, he committed suicide because he knew the world is about you, and he committed suicide. We can't allow them to commit suicide. We have to let them confess, because what everybody's asking for evidence. Upon all the evidence that BBC guys have shown, so they say the evidence are not enough. So they wanted TB Joshua himself to come and confess. TB Joshua so right now, because of he didn't confess, there is no evidence. But the other guys, we have to make them confess. The Oyedepo, the Pastor Chris, the Opamboa, we have to make them confess of their sins they've committed against humanity. Thank you, Comrade Kato.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nanda. Thank you, Nana. Of course, our colleague Hype Egbone, our colleague Hype Egbone in the UK, says he's sending greetings to all of you, but also says, please, Kato, request the viewers to like and share the show. I'm doing exactly that. Dear viewers, my comrade brother Egbone in the UK says, please like and share our show so that many people can be able to watch us. Remember, this is a YouTube channel, and it means the show is going to be there for years and years. Of course, our channel is right there. Humanists TV Africa. Please look us up. Go there, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Look for the channel, Humanists TV Africa. Google it. You are going to see it. And please simply do one thing: subscribe, be able to see this and more of our episodes. Go back into our archives. We're going to be able to learn quite a number of things. Now, let us welcome our comrade brother, the honorary sir on this set, the man who owns the culture among the Torok people in Nigeria, and that is Sir Nandip Bongfa, who is going to tell us why is it that Nigerians are so easy to hoodwink. Tell us, please, the level of, I was going to use a very strong word, but the level of gullibility of Nigerians must be at level 10. Nigerians, what's wrong with you? How come that for you, the richest pastors in the world in your country, and that they can actually have aeroplanes, private jets? Are you too gullible, Nigerians? Please, can you come and defend your gullibility? Nandi, tell us why you Nigerians are so gullible.
Thank you, Comrade Kato, for this beautiful topic that you brought in. And thank you, Comrade Nana, for your submission. You know, these entrepreneurs that we normally call them, you see, let us look at.
Yeah, and if the network is giving you bunkers there, of course we shall have you in the meantime. Continue,
Yes.
Nandip.
Yes. So how this thing called Christianity come about? We have to look at the history. What really is the cause? You know, all this about Christianity and pastor entrepreneurs started with the missionaries. You know, because when the missionary came into Africa, you know, they bring them false hope, and then they bring them Jesus Christ and Mary, mother of Jesus Christ, and God, and all that. Although we have our own traditional way of, you know, worship and doing things, but it's not as bad and dangerous and deadly like what we are getting now. In those days, when things happen, pestilence, diseases occur, our ancestors will go to the groups, they go to the mountain, they will pray to their, you know, gods, and then those deadly diseases, locusts infecting the farms, any other thing will disappear before the coming of the European people and the missionaries. Now, let us come back to the topic of today, the God men of Africa. See, when the European left the soul of Africa and left us into our independence, the Christians discovered that this is an opportunity to make, money, to make, wealth. It's a very shameful thing that the Nigerians, pastors, they are the most corrupt, the most wicked scammers, the most dangerous in the world. Check it out in Africa. You discover that all the richest pastors or bishop or prophet, call them what you want, like 90% in Africa, they are from Nigeria. Now check the percentage of the poor people in Nigeria. Comrade Kato is saying 50%. They are more than 50%. They are going into 65 to 70%, comrade. Because we don't have middle class people in Nigeria anymore. We have extremely poor and they're extremely rich. These extremely poor people of Nigeria believe in those pastors, those scammers, like Adeboye, like what do you call it, Solomon. They call them because I'm not a church man. I don't bother about them. I don't even know their names. Adeboye is here. Please keep on bringing me those people. I don't care about them, but when you look at them, they go with convoys of security men, but they are selling protection to people. That protection comes from God. This is a scam. This is cheat. This is a fraud. But well, the multitude, that is the believers, the followers, they are blind to see that those people, this is Pastor Kumuyi, they are blind to see that those people carry enough security men with guns protecting them. Why? They say that they have God, the ultimate God, the most powerful God that protects everyone. But why are you going with a convoy of protection that is human being, not your angel, not your God, or not your Mother Mary or Jesus Christ protecting you? You see, our people, they are just like sheep. Go this way, they will go. Go that way, they will go. They cannot reason. They cannot think for themselves. They are so foolish. They are so daft. This is a shame. In 2011, when I told my mother that, mommy, this God of a thing, there is no God. We are being deceived. Why we have been praying for a very long time for success and for many other things in life. And we dedicate ourselves, take our offering every Sunday, take our, harvest every harvest day, that is bazaar. Take the everything to the church. Nothing is changing. So why did she ask me, why did I say so? I said, there's no proof that God even exists. There's no proof that God answer any prayer, because it's not there. When she's brewing a locally beer called Bukutu, she removed the stick from the fire. I keep on saying this. She followed me with it. So why would I be saying so? All that mean all our prayers, they are going to be in vain? I have to run away because I know she's ignorant. She doesn't even know. These people have caused a lot of poverty, hardship to the poorest of the poor. The poverty that these people call pastor, men of God, causes to the popularity, to the multitude of Nigerian people is more than the corruption that the government are giving our people. There's no good road, there's no good school, There's no good education. There's no good health care. There's no, everything is just ramshackle and useless in our country. What the pastors and the men of God are doing to this country is worse than the politicians. Why would they even need them in the first place? These people are supposed to be stoned, killed, and buried and banished. They should take this God that the European brought to this country back to the Middle East, or back to England, or back to any other way that this God comes to deceive our people. We don't need any goddamn God in Africans. The Africans, we are progressing in all those days, in the olden days of Kemet. When that time there is no Jesus Christ, no pastors, no men of God, no nothing. They believe in we believe in our tradition and culture, and things are going very, very well to us. Now, boom, Jesus Christ appeared. Boom, Holy Ghost appeared. They call it a dove appeared. Boom, Mother Mary, boom, Papa God came in. Did our life better now? Did the life of our parents? Did the life of the follower of Jesus Christ? Did the life of a average man in Africa, most especially in Nigeria, better? No. Only those pastors, prophet, bishop, dangerous people, they are the ones that are progressing. Kato and Nana, you says 100% they have private jets, their bank account into billions, they have private schools, of which those poor men, children that give them money, offering tithes every Sunday and end of the year, they cannot afford to attend those schools. They will end up going to the school that the teachers never teach them anything. They will just go and sit down in the school till the closing period and go home. But continuously, because they can't think, they believe in this fake and scam men of God, that one day God will do it for them. They will tell them, pray. Our God is answer prayer. Our God is a God of salvation. Your time has not come. Keep on praying and fasting. You will see the men of God and the follower of these men of God. You see them very emaciated. What is wrong with you? He said, no, can't be. But because they don't eat, they don't have anything to eat. When they cannot be able to feed in a day, they will turn it into what? Fasting. If you ask them as a neighbor, I didn't see smoke in your house. Are you not cooking today? I said, no, we are fasting today. So we don't need to eat. We have 30 days fasting. Before the end of the 30 days, you will see that 5 people's mother, son, mother, father, and 3 children, they are dead of what? Hunger. Because they don't have anything to eat. So these people called men of God supposed to be arrested everywhere they are in Africa and put in the prison and jail them. You see that African continent, they will be what? In progress. Everybody will be what? Free, because they have created a kind of fear into the mind of our people that you cannot do without what they say. If you go contrary, you'll be in trouble. So they have given them a kind of a temporary fear, and everything they say, the poor and uneducated, sorry to say, even the educated people believe in these fake men of God. There's not even men of God anyway. All men of God, they are all useless. How are we going to, solve this problem from Africa? As the way Comrade Nana has put it. That means the Humanist TV Africa has a lot of work to be done. We need to educate our people that without these men of God, you will survive. But you have to use your hand. You have to use your head to think. You have to labor for yourself to get what you are looking for. Don't go and sit down and be praying so that manna will fall from heaven. No any manna ever fall from heaven anywhere. Everything that they wrote in that Bible is all lies and fake. People should be educated to know that these God men of Africa, they are what? thieves. They are dangerous. They are deadly. We need to start stoning them. Because why we cannot do that? They have security men with them. If you throw a stone, you have your hand being broken or you'll be shot. Why do we have hospital with a lot of sick people? Not churches. Why? Because all their miracles, they are just completely lies. If pastors, God men of Africa really perform miracles, raise dead people, you cannot even, there's no need for people studying medicine or nursing again, because everyone now will be going to what? Church for healing. But reverse is the case. But still, Africans, they cannot even reason that. This religion of the thing, this Christianity of the thing, came from the Europe. Kato comrade can bear us witness that almost like maybe 50% or more than 50% of these people in Europe, they don't go to church any longer. Because I make some research, I discovered that most of those churches now, they have become what? Kato can be able to tell us because he's there. I'm here in Africa, I've never left the shore of this country. They have turned into what? Nightclub, bars, where people go and enjoy themselves. No more churches any longer, because people are now, anything that they need now, the technology is there, the internet is there, they solve their own problem by themselves, not any useless and goddamn pastors or men of God. So the government of Africans, especially Nigeria, they deliberately keep our citizens backward. I'm suspecting the government and these men of God has kind of a collaboration. They have a kind of agreement so that they can be working and together to be impoverish the people, and the people will be believing in a man of God, and the government will be cheating us. This is not fair. This is wrong, and this is bad. Thank you, comrade.
I have to stop you there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see the energy and the love you have for Africa, but of course the anger you have that a big percentage of people in Nigeria have been hoodwinked, have been taken for a ride, have been brainwashed by the God men and the God women of Africa. I have almost 8 minutes to go. I want to take back the microphone to Nana Kufo. Nana Kufo, this is episode 1. We shall have episode 2 tomorrow on the same. But again, tomorrow, we are going to research and we shall be showcasing some of the wealth of these God men of Africa. Let us showcase. People can see the extent of the damage their offertory does. So tomorrow, we shall continue with the same topic, but we are going to show more of their assets. Because when I say they have a private jet, people think, oh, we are telling lies. They have private jets. Let us show them tomorrow, because I have the photos. We can always get them. They have mansions, they have schools, they have big plantations, they have so many things. Let us show them to the sheeple, to the gullible people of Africa, to the brainwashed people of Africa, who continue to sell their assets and take them to these God men of Africa. Now, Nana, in 2 minutes, give us your parting shot for today's show. Remembering that tomorrow, I request you to give us photos from Nigeria, photos from Ghana, showing the assets of the God men of Nigeria, so that Nigerians can see how much they have been duped. I know those photos are there. Here are greetings from Nairobi, from Makeba, the Duchess of Sussex, Magufuli. Yeah, that is Mama Makeba there. Thank you so much for your greetings. So, Nana and Nandip, you have a task tomorrow to showcase the properties of these people in Africa. I'm going to show you the properties of these people in Uganda. Show us. Let us see how much they have sold, because I'm a lawyer, and a lawyer believes in evidence. When I tell you that people in Africa are stealing, that man there has mansions, that man there has farms, has so many businesses, including selling wines. Including selling wines. That man there, you see, is called Robert Kayanja. Now, we have their data. We have information on these men, how much they have stolen from the people through fraud, because that is false pretense. You pretend you are going to solve a problem which you don't solve. That man is called Pastor Joseph Senyonga. He's called Jackson Senyonga. Properties, big mansions, big cars. I'll be showing you tomorrow. Each of these pastors, I'll be showing you how much they have stolen from Uganda. Now, I want you to show the viewers how much they have stolen from Nigerians and where they have put the money. Maybe one person watching these shows will say, wait a minute, these guys are too rich, but where I am, I'm poor. And yet, I'm the one who takes my money to these people. I think if you do that, and you expose these people one by one, you never know. We may save one person from going to these people. That man there you see is called Pastor Mbonye. He calls himself a prophet, and he is known for predictions. But of course, all of them are faked. But that man there has made people with a PhD, people with master's degree, to look like babies in front of him. That man there made a presidential candidate to go and kiss his damn shoes. A presidential candidate to go in front of that young man there, must be my age mate, to go and kiss his damn shoes. Like you kneel down, go and kiss someone's shoes. That man there made a presidential candidate to kiss his shoes. No, they have so much power. They have so much influence. They have made our people look like zombies. Someone with a PhD to believe that that school dropout, that man has no degree, that man has no diploma, that man is an illiterate. The best he knows is how to speak good English. That man there. Because to me, English is not a measure of intelligence. In fact, fools speak English. In the UK, so many fools can speak English because it's a language. English has never been a measure of intelligence. That man speaks very good English, but is an illiterate, despite of the English. But he has made educated Ugandans to go and kiss his ass, literally. And he collects like 3,000 people in one place for prayers. 3,000, 5,000 people of PhDs, degrees, master's degrees, diplomas, educated, because he speaks in English. You know, his sermon is always in English. But he's an illiterate, that guy there. He's a con man. But I'm telling you, Ugandans who have gone to school trust him. Now, what do we do as humans? I think what we can do, number one, is to expose these guys. To say, look, the people you are following are using you. They're in fact telling you lies. Look at the properties they have and look at where you are as an individual. To me, that will be the first step you can do. Number two is to expose their miracles by debunking them. Remember the interview with guys from India? Guys from India debunk these miracles. Debunking means that I play your miracle, I play it on TV there, but I show you how it was stage managed, how it was actually all cooked up. I think if you do this as Humanists TV Africa, you never know. One or two people may wake up, and gradually, down the road, a few people may say, enough is enough. We have to give these pulpit bandits a break. Nana, you are the one closing this show. Because our time is over, we have almost seconds. Nana, close the show, and all of us we shall simply say goodbye. Tomorrow, we shall have episode 2, where I'm going to show you properties of the God men of Africa, vis-a-vis the people they lead. Nana, close the show.
I would like to tell my dear viewers that they should stick and stay with Humanists TV Africa, because it is the love we have for humanity that is the reason we are all here, dedicated our time and our resources to come and educate ourselves. We are not here to teach or preach to anybody, but we are here to assemble knowledge together, to brainstorm and to see the way forward. So I want our dear viewers to subscribe to all our channels on the social media platform, Humanist TV Africa, on Facebook, on YouTube, and also they should also share and comment on our
You can see
program.
that kind of image where the man is kissing, the presidential candidate is kissing the shoes of that illiterate man. Because he's a man of God, a presidential candidate material, a leader of a political party in Uganda goes so low to kiss shoes of an illiterate zombie, illiterate pastor. You see how low people can go. This man is educated, he's a presidential candidate. This man leads a political party. But look at how low he can go to kiss shoes of a corny man who calls himself a man of God. Nana, please close. Sorry, I had to bring that one out. Then thank you for the photo. That was
Of
timely.
course, our own president, Professor Atamils, was conned by TV Joshua, and he died miserably. So I want all our subscribers to share our programs. The fight is beyond all of us, because we need all hands on deck to fight this massive war. Subscribe to Humanist TV Africa on all our social media handles, and tomorrow, I believe, 6 o'clock p.m. GMT, Kato and the Gang 2 will be back. Thank you very much. My name has been Kwame Afigidanka. See you soon.
See you in the next one. Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.